Okay, today is Thursday, November the 5th, and we are on lesson number 16 here in math. And today's lesson is specifically more solving situations. So you're going to get a lot more work in today. And our next slide, our learning target. Today, I will accurately solve two-step problem situations involving mixed operations. Our essential questions are remaining the same for this whole unit. We're just continuing to build upon them. How do we make sense of larger numbers, and how does understanding the value of digits help answer real-life math problems? All right, so this one, we're going to work on a Jamboard for this one, but it's also the same as on page 187 in your binder. So the same as page 187 in your binder for this one. And again, I've just added some tools on here to be able to help you. So I've got the number line that can help you in solving problems, and also the base 10 blocks where you can build your numbers to do subtraction or addition to help you. And I'm going to make this a little smaller, and I'm going to go ahead and click here for the Jamboard. All right, so on this one, again, it's the same as page 187 in your map. So the first problem here is the soccer club is going on a trip to the national tournament. The cost of attending the trip is $1,063. Included in the price is $453 for food and the cost of 5 tickets to different soccer games. Write an equation representing the cost of the trip and how much is the price of one ticket. And for this one, I got a question mark right there. Okay, so I've gone on and done my cubes on here. I've circled the key numbers, 1,063, the total cost of the trip itself, $453 that they paid for food, 5 tickets, 2 different soccer games that's included in the price. I've underlined the question, how much is the price of one ticket? And I've just put a little dot right here because there's another thing that they're asking us to do. Write an equation representing the cost of the trip. And so this is multi-step problem also. So here I'm going to go back and reread it so I can get a better understanding. The soccer club is going on a trip to the national tournament. The cost of attending the trip is $1,063. Okay, so we got the total cost, $1,063. Included in that price is $453 for food. Okay, so, and also the cost of 5 tickets to soccer games. How much is the price of one ticket? All right, so first we need to figure out how much were the total cost for all the tickets together. And we know that there was a total of $1,063 that was paid, right? And that's the total trip cost. We'll just say that's the total trip cost right there. And now we know that the food was $453. So we don't really need the food right now. So we need to find out the difference between the total amount of the trip and the food, because we're not trying to find how much the food costs. We need to know the rest of the money was used for the tickets. Okay? And that's what we need. And in order to find that out, we have to find the difference between these two. We're going to subtract. When you say difference, we need to subtract. Okay, so in the ones column, 3 minus 3 is 0. The 10, 6 minus 5 is 1. And in the hundreds, 0 minus 4, we can't do that. So that means we got to ungroup the thousands place. That becomes 0. This becomes 1. 10 minus 4 is 6. So $610 was used for tickets, for the 5 tickets. Okay, so now we have that $610 for 5 tickets. And now we need to figure out how much is the price for one of those tickets. So how much is the price for one of those tickets? So we have $610 for 5 of them, but we need just the price for one. And in order to find that, we need to divide that 610 equally 5 different ways, okay? So 610 divided by 5 will give us the cost of one ticket. Okay, so that'll give us the cost of one ticket. And now, because of inverse operations, we could just say, we could turn this around. We could say 5 times what number equals 610, and this would also give us our number right here. Well, I don't mean to put a 0 right there. So this right here would also give us our answer. Okay, so 610 divided by 5. Let's go ahead and take a look at that, and I'll go in and work that problem for you. 610, I'm going to need more space. So let me erase that, and I will come over here. So 610 divided by 5. All right, so I'm going to go and do a little division for you. So 5, and I'm going to go into the hundreds place. So 5 into, now remember 6 represents 600 right here. So 5 times what number will give me close to or equal to 600 without going over? And the closest I can get is 500. But it's 1 times 5 that will give me that 500 in this situation. Then I come down and I make the 500. I find the difference. So then subtraction 0, 1, and 1. So now, and I need to add up all these subtotals up here. So 5 times what number will get me close to or equal to 110 without going over, or 100 without going over? I'm still looking at the hundreds place. So I know that 5 times 2 is 10. So 5 times 2 is 10. So I'm going to say 5 times, how about 20? That will give me 100. Okay? And now when I subtract, I've got 10 here. So now 5 times what number will give me 10? And I need to add, whatever that answer is, I need to add it up. That's 5 times 2. 5 times 2 will give me 10. And I have no remainder. Now all I need to do is add up all the subtotals. 100 plus 20 plus the 2. So 122, and it's going to be dollars per ticket. So $122 per ticket. So when you do the same operation, if you could check yourself, I don't mind you checking it with a calculator to see. And we're going to go ahead on and check it really quick. 122 times 5, and my answer should equal to be 610. So let's see. I'm sorry, 610. Yep. So it equals 610. So I checked my work, and that is correct. And for equation, we can use any one of these over here. So I'm going to say 5 times what number equals 610 is 5 times 122 equals 610. So how much is the price for one ticket? It is $122. $122 for one ticket. Okay, so this is the second problem on page 187. I'll read number 2. The soccer club raised 3 times more than the money they needed to go on the trip. So the soccer club raised 3 times more than the money they needed to go on the trip. So write an equation to represent the money raised and how much money did they raise. So I'm going to go and do my cube. So 3 times more. Now times more, that's a key word right there. Term, remember, that indicates multiplicative comparisons. So times more, and write an equation. So that's one thing that they're asking us to do. Let's see here. I'm going to Okay, so 3 times more indicates, again, multiplicative comparison. And our question down here, how much money did they raise? And so we actually need to go back to that. We're going to refer back to that first problem to help us solve this. So remember, we said that they raised a total of $1,063 total raised. Well, actually, that's for the trip. Okay, that was the cost of the first trip. Total of the first trip. Okay, so they had $1,063 was the total for the trip, but they raised 3 times more than that. So they did a lot of good fundraising, apparently. So 3 times more. That's just like saying 3 times that number. Okay, so 3 times more than that is that would actually give us our answer. Or you could do repeated addition for that. You could do repeated addition. That means that you would do 1,063 plus 1,063, and we're going to add that up. So that's 6 in the ones column, so 6 plus 6 in the tens, that gives us 12, and we have to regroup. So in the hundreds column, we now have 1 plus 0 is 1, and over here we have 2, okay, in the thousands. So now we need to add it one more time because we're doing repeated addition, and we're adding it up. We're adding 3 of them total, 1,063 again. We're adding these up. So 6 plus 3 is 9. 6 plus 2 in the tens place value is 8. 1 plus 0 in the hundreds is 1. And 2 plus 1 in the thousands will give us 3. So $3,189 is the total amount raised, total money raised. Okay, so how much money did they raise? That gives us our answer right here. And an equation, we could use the repeated addition with all these right here, or the multiplication problem. Okay, so that gives us our answer for that one. Okay, guys, on page 189, there are 6 total problems on that page, and these are more two-step situations. And what I want you to do is go through and work each one of those. I want you to go through, read them, do your cubes on them, and go ahead and complete each one of them in your math binder, page 189. And now, once you've gone through and you work those problems, you've solved them, I want you to come back to the slides here. And when you come back to the slides, I want you to be able to compare your work to what I have here. Okay, and I've got answer keys. Okay, but I want you again to solve each one in the book first. I want you to put your best effort forward to solve those first. So 1 and 2, I've got the answer keys right here, and 3 and 4, these are the actual problems, and I've got the answer for number 3 is right here. The answer for number 4 is the next slide, and for 5 and 6, I want you to work on that also, and the answer key for 5 and 6 right here. I want you to try to work it in your notebook, in your math binder first, and then you can come back here and compare your answers to what I have, okay? Okay, so on our next slide, I've got some independent work here for you, but it's more of some fun practice for you. So I've got study jams right here. I want you to click on that, and let's see, when you click on that, it's going to bring you to a new internet page and a new tab at the top, creating equations for word problems. So go ahead and play the video first and kind of watch it, and then you can go through and kind of test yourself with some of the word problems, okay? and do that for just a little while. And I've got another one right here. It's problem solving. Let's see, let me get out of that right there. So this one is two-step mixed operations. And this one will just give you a series of different practice word problems that you can work on and try to, that you can work on and practice your skills, okay? And on our last slide here, guys, I've got, make sure you finish up page 189, and you're gonna compare your answers to the answers that I have on these slides. And I also want you to practice study jams and the IXL on the previous page slide for about 10 minutes each. And after that, I want you to work on Dreambox. Remember, we're going towards our goal of at least 5 completed lessons for the week.